This is Chapter 4, Review of Similarity. In your green reference folder, it would be helpful if you quickly review these sections. 1, how to solve proportions and what the definition of a proportion is. 2, what is the definition of similarity? We use the acronym SCARE. Similar shapes have congruent angles and ratios which are equal. There are 3 similarity shortcuts: angle-angle similarity, side-side-side similarity, and side-angle-side. Triangles with parallel lines also create similarity and proportions. Mid-segments. A mid-segment is parallel to the third side and half of the third side that it's facing. Parallel lines cut off proportional segments. And when triangles are similar, the parts of the triangles are similar, including the perimeter, the altitudes, and the medians, and any other one-dimensional part as well. Find this section in your packet. Please record both where you're watching this video and the date and time. It would be extremely helpful to have colors and, of course, a calculator. Number 1, solving a proportion. This is pretty straightforward, but what you always need to remember is never, ever, ever, ever distribute in your head. Always write out your distributions longhand. Calculus students get extremely long calculus problems incorrect, not because of their calculus being wrong, but because they drop the ball in extremely simplistic math steps like distributing. If you write out the distributive and then you also draw these distributive lines, you are much less likely to make that very simplistic error. So we have 5x plus 45 equals 2x minus 16. We're going to minus 2x. We're going to add 45. So we end up with 3x equals 29. Excuse me, that's minusing 45. That's going to equal 71. So we divide by 3. And we have here x equals 71 divided by 3, which is approximately 23.66 repeating. So we're going to say this is 61. So we have 61 divided by 3, and that's going to be 20.33 repeating. Now in number 3, it says the polygons are similar, so we know they have the same shape, different size. If things are similar, once you know things are similar, you can set up a proportion. And all you have to do is match the sides. Match and mirror is the name of the game. Match the sides, mirror your ratios. Match the sides, mirror the ratios. So let's take a look at matching and mirroring. Our unknown matches with the 6. So I'm going to go this way, match and mirror. I'm going to go 6 over the unknown. Match and mirror, 4 over 20. Cross, multiply, and solve. So I'm going to have 4x equals 6 times 20. Noticing I'm not multiplying that out because instead I'm going to factor here. And I have 2 times 3 and 4 times 5. That's 6 and 20 divided by 4. The 4's cancel. So we have 6 times 5, so x equals 30. Again, the polygons are similar. And we're given the scale factor. The scale factor is the ratio of the sides reduced. Scale factor is when you take any two sides and you reduce it. That is going to be considered the scale factor. So we're given the scale factor of A to B here is 6 to 7. So I'm going to circle A and go to B. I know whatever the ratio of the sides were, it reduces 6 to 7. So I make note, I'm going A to B. So I go 6 over 7, and now I need to match the sides, equals 42 over 2x plus 21. I'm going to cross multiply. Instead of distributing and dividing out, I'm going to just divide by 6. So I have 7. And then 42 I'm factoring as 7 times 6 over 6 equals 2x plus 21. 6 cancels, so I have, next line, 49 equals 2x plus 21. We're going to minus 21 both sides. And I get 2x equals 28. Divide by 2, and we get x equals 14. If I plug this in, 2 times 14 is 28. 28 plus 21 is going to be 49. Let's check our ratios. 42, here's a check. 42 over 49. And I know that 7 goes in there 6 times and 7 goes in there 7 times. So there's your check. Number 7. Our ratio is given A to B is given 1 to 8. So from A to B, it's going to be a 1 over 8 ratio, which equals negative x plus 20 over 80. Cross multiply. And we are going to have 1 times 80 is 80 equals 8 parentheses negative x plus 20. You could distribute the 8, but I'm just going to get rid of the 8 by dividing both sides by 8. And so 8 goes in there 10 times. So I have 10 equals negative x plus 20. I'm going to minus both sides by 20. And we end up with negative 10 equals negative x. And you just swap the signs. I have x equals 10. If I bring 10 here, I'm going to have negative 10 plus 20, which makes it positive 10. And here's our check. 10 over 80 reduces to 1 over 8. Check. Taking a look here, number 9. Our scale factor, again, from A to B. A to B is going to be 2 to 5. So from A to B, 2 over 5 equals 3x minus 22 over 35. You cross multiply again. 5 parentheses 3x minus 22 equals 2 times 35. Again, instead of distributing, I'm just going to divide by 5. Cancel. I end up with 3x minus 22. 5 goes into 35 7 times, so this is 14. We're going to add 22. We end up with 3x equals 36, therefore x is 12. Here's our check. 3 times 12 is 36. 36 minus 22 is going to be 14. And so we're going to go 14 and 35. 7 goes in there twice. 7 goes in there 5 times. Check 2 to 5 ratio. Number 11. A to B again. 7 to 9. A to B, that's the direction. So A to B. 7 over 9 equals 56 over 5x minus 3. Cross multiply. We have 7 parentheses 5x minus 3 equals 9 times 56. Divide both sides by 7. 5x minus 3. 7 goes into 56 8 times. 8 times 9 is 72. Plus 3, plus 3. I have 5x equals 75. Divide by 5. And we get x equals 15. Let's do our check. We bring 15 over here. 5 times 15 is going to be 75 minus 3. This is 72. So let's check our work. 56 to 72. 7 goes in there. 8 goes into 56 7 times. 8 goes into 72 9 times. So there's your check. It does work out to be a 7 to 9 ratio. So in number 11, x is 15. In number 13, we're going to state to see if the triangles, or state if, this is if they are similar. If. So the test for similarity, there's 3. There's side, side, side similarity, side, side similarity, and angle, angle. If so, state how they are similar and complete the similarity statement. Remember, since it's an if, one other option could be the fact that they are not similar. So don't forget the fact that if there's an if, it means the negative is also possible. So we're going to check all 3 sides here. So I'm going to label small, medium, and long. Here's small, medium, long, small, medium, long. So I'm going to match up my smalls. My smalls are 18 to 60. My medium, 24 to 80. And my large is going to be 36 to 120. Let's see. 6 goes in here 3 times. 6 goes in there 10 times. 8 goes into 24 3 times. 8 goes into 80 10 times. 12 goes into 36 3 times and into 120 10 times. So notice all 3 side ratios are equal. So they are similar by side, side, side similarity. Now we want to check the direction, CDE. So I'm going to go C, D, E. Notice I went across the short side, C, D, E. That's going to be similar to R across the short side and across the long side, RQP. Triangle, RQP. Checking for 15. We're going to check the ratios. Well, we do have a pair of angles congruent, so that might be a possibility, which means we might have angle-angle similarity or side-angle-side similarity. Well, we don't have any parallel lines or overlapping angles, so it's definitely not angle-angle. Let's check the sides, see if the side ratios work. So I'm going to take the shorter side here and match it with the shorter side here, which is 9/17. And the longer side here and match it with the longer side here, which is 13/28. Notice the direction I'm going. You have to be consistent in your direction. For this, I'm just going to divide and get a decimal. So 13 divided by 28, 0.464. And over here, 9 divided by 17, 0.529. Notice the ratio of the sides does not match. So it cannot even be side-angle side. So for number 15 is an example of something that is not similar. Because it is not similar, there is no similarity match here. Let's check number 17. Number 17, we have a pair of angles, so we might get a pair of angles here. So it might be angle-angle or side-angle-side similarity, maybe. Don't have any other possible angles. There's nothing overlapping or parallel, so let's check our sides here. We're going to do small to small, so 27/56. Then I'm going to do, and notice the direction I went, so you have to be consistent. I went top-bottom, so I have to go top-bottom again. Oh. I forgot to label my smalls and my larges, so 27 is the small, 42 is long, and on the other side, 36 is small, and 56 is long. So we have to match small to small. So that's going to be 27 to 36, and then long to long, that's 42 and 56. Let's check our ratios. 9 goes in here 3 times, 9 goes in here 4 times. 14 goes in here 3 times, and 14 goes in here 4 times. So the side ratios are equal. So we have a pair of sides, pair of angles, and another pair of sides. So this is side-angle-side similarity. Now we need to match the sides here. We have UTS. There's U, T, S. So we went from middle, long, across. So we have to go middle, long, across. So it's going to be U, F, G. This one says find the missing lengths if the triangles are similar. Find the missing lengths if the triangles are similar. Again, the buzzword here is match and mirror. Match and mirror. Match the sides. Mirror the ratio. Match and mirror. So let's take a look at what we have here. We have 50, and the match to 50 is 45. And then we have unknown, and the match to the unknown is 9. So I'm going to go 50, and notice the direction. You have to be consistent in the direction that you go. I recommend using arrows to keep track of that. So we're going to go 50 over 45 equals unknown over 9. Cross multiply. So we have 45x equals 50 times 9. Divide both sides by 45, so I don't have to pull out a calculator. I'm going to factor. This is 5 times 10, and that's 9. And then this is 9 times 5, so the 5's cancel, the 9's cancel. So x equals 10. Number 21, match and mirror. Match and mirror. So here we're going to go short over short. This way. So we're going to go 572 over 40, x plus 26 equals, again, match and mirror, 1222, 1,222, and 1,081. We're going to cross multiply. And we have here 572 times 1,081 equals 1222 times 40x plus 26. Rather than distributing that number, I'm going to divide both sides by 1,222. At this point, I'm going to pick up a calculator, and we're going to go 572 times 1,081 divided by 1,222, and we get 506. So I have 506 here equals 40x plus 26. Of course, we're going to minus 26 both sides. Let me bring that up over here. Then we're going to have 480 equals 40x. We'll divide by 40. The zeros cancel, and 4 goes in here 16 times. So 4 goes in there 12 times. So in this case, x equals 12. Number 23, we want to match and mirror. So here, this is my short side, this is my long side. Here, this is my short side, this is my long side. So we're going to match. Short to short, long to long. So short to short, 104 over 910 equals long to long, 3x plus 45 over 1,470. Cross multiply. (104) times 1,470 equals 910. 3x plus 45. Once again, instead of distributing that 910, I'm just going to cancel it by dividing. So on the left here, we're going to go 104 times 1,470 divided by 910, we get 168, equals 3x plus 45 minus 45. And our next, this is going to be 3, 2, 123 equals 3x. Divide by 3. And so 123 divided by 3, this goes in there 4 times, 12, 41. So x here equals 41. '25, again, match and mirror, match and mirror. So we see here that 6 matches with 9, 2 matches with our unknown. So we can go 6 over 9 equals 2 over unknown. Cross multiply. 9 times 2 equals 6x. Divide both by 6. I'm going to factor here. That's 3 times 3 times 2 over 3 times 2. That equals x. 3's cancel. 2's cancel. X equals 3. Number 27, match and mirror, match and mirror. So we have our unknown here. The match to our unknown is 8. And then we have 9, but we don't have a match for 9 over here, but that's an easy one because you simply do 8, take away 2, and we can get a 6. So now we have sufficient information to match and mirror this. I can go 6 over 8 equals 9 over x. Cross multiply. So I end up with 6 times x equals 8 times 9. We're going to divide everything by 6. I'm going to factor 2 times 4 and 3 times 3. This is 2 times 3. 2's cancel. 3's cancel. X equals 12. Number 29. Match and mirror, match and mirror. So taking a look here, our 12 matches with the whole thing over here. Be really careful with that. That's going to be 6 plus 2 with 8. So 12 matches with 8. And then our unknown matches with 6. So I'm going to go this way. There's more than one way to do this. We're going to go 12 over 8. Make use of arrows to keep consistent in which way you divide. Equals unknown over 6. Cross multiply. 12 times 6 equals 8x. And a factor. This is 3 times 4 and 2 times 3. That's 12 and 6. And then we have 2 times 4 down below. X. Take care of the 2's. Take care of the 4's. And 3 times 3, x equals 9. And 31. We have an unknown x here. We also have 28, 4, and 16. Since our information is limited strictly to what's called the segments, we can solve this way. which would be, we can do 4 over 16 equals x over 28. You cross multiply. We're going to get 4 times 28 equals 16x. Of course, we divide by 16. Now we're going to factor. This is 4 times 7. This is 4 times 4 equals x. 4's cancel, so x equals 7. Another way we can look at this is if we can split the triangles up. Let me separate the triangles so that they're easy to see. We have a smaller triangle, which I'm going to draw right here, 16 and 28. And then we have a larger triangle overlapping. You can use this method, the separation of triangles. You just have to be very careful that you separate them properly. So we have this whole side here is 20. This whole side here is going to be 28 plus x. So I can go this way if you'd like. You can go 16 over 20 equals 28 over 28 plus x. You cross multiply, you're going to get the same answer, which is x equals 7. The pulling apart triangle method, this second method works for everything. You just have to be very careful when you pull them apart that you get those full sides done properly. Number 33, again, match and mirror. So we take a look here. What matches this whole side is this whole side, which is going to be 5. And then 8 matches with 4. So I'm going to go this way. X plus 3 over 5 equals 8 over 4. Cross multiply. So I have 4 times x plus 3 equals 5 times 8. Rather than distribute, I'm going to divide by 4. X plus 3 equals, 4 goes in here twice, 10. We get x equals 7. $35, match and mirror. I see that these match and these match. So I can go 2x minus 9 over 6 equals 12 over 8. I could have also gone top to bottom if I wanted, which would give me this, 2x minus 9 over 12 equals 6 over 8. Either way would work. You cross multiply. I'm going to get 6 times 12 equals 8 parentheses 2x minus 9. Rather than distribute, again, I'm going to divide by 8. Now I'm going to factor. I have 2 times 3 is 6, and 4 times 3 is 12. And I have 2 times 4 is 8, and this is 2x minus 9. 2's cancel, 4's cancel. I have a 9 here on the left, 2x minus 9. Add 9 both sides. We have 18 equals 2x, and of course in this case x equals 9. Number 37, match and mirror. Match and mirror. So trace, you have 18, and the match for 18 is this full side. Let's see what else we can match. We have 8 and 12. We could also match this, 3x plus that, because we can find that orange, which is 18 minus 8, so it's 10. So we're a little bit more simplistic. We can go 10 over 3x equals 8 over 12. Cross multiply. 10 times 12 equals 3x times 8. I'm going to see if I can't factor everything out. 3 times 8 here. I'm going to bring 3 times 8 over here. So factor, we have 2 times 5 and 3 times 4 over 2 times 4 and 3. That, of course, all equals 5. 2's cancel. 4's cancel. 3's cancel. 5 equals x. Last one. Second to last one. We're going to match and mirror again. Match and mirror. This whole side matches with 16. 15 matches with 10. So we're going to go 2x plus 4. Just go this way this time. Over 15 equals 16 over 10. Cross multiply. We have 10 parentheses 2x plus 4 equals 15 times 16. Divide by 10. We're going to factor here. We have 2x plus 4. On this, it's going to be 3 times 5 and 2 times 8. And we have 2 times 5 down here. 2's cancel. 5's cancel. We have 2x plus 4 equals 24. We're going to minus 4 both sides. End up with 2x equals 20, and of course x equals 10. Number 41. We're going to match and mirror. This whole side is 10. That's 2, so we can bring this. This is 8. So now all our information is limited to what's called the segments on the outside here. So we can go 8 over 2 equals 12 over x minus 1. Cross multiply. 12 times 2 equals 8 parentheses x minus 1. We're going to factor on the left. This is 2. Four times 3 times 2 over 4 times 2 at the bottom, x minus 1. 4's cancel. 2's cancel. So I have 3 equals x minus 1. We're going to add 1 to both sides. 4 equals x. In 43, we see that if this is 3, this must be 2. Now our information is limited to just the segments. So I'm going to go 2 times 2 over 3 equals x plus 1 over 6. Cross multiply again. We have 2 times 6 equals 3, and x plus 1. And divide by 3. 3 goes into 6 twice, so I have 4 here on the left equals x plus 1. We minus 1 both sides, and we end up with x equals 3. Number 45. Match and mirror. These guys match. These guys match. So I'm going to go this way. 6x minus 4 over 12 equals 15 over 9. Cross multiply. 9 parentheses 6x minus 4 equals 12 times 15. Divide by 9. 6x minus 4 equals 3 times 4, and 3 times 5, and down here is 3 times 3. 3's cancel. So I'm going to end up with 6x minus 4 equals 20, plus 4 both sides. 6x equals 24. We're going to divide by 6, and we get x equals 4. That's for number 45. And in 47, I'm going to demonstrate the pulling of the triangles apart. If you pull this apart, this is 15. For this side, we're going to take 21 and minus 12. So that's 9. And then we have this larger triangle. This whole side is 21. This side is going to be x plus 12 plus 15, which gives us, of course, x plus 27. Now we're going to, once again, match up our sides. I'm going to have 15 over x plus 27 equals 9 over 21. Cross multiply. We have 15 times 21 equals 9 parentheses x plus 27. Factor on the left. 3 times 5 and 3 times 7. Down below is 3 times 3. Threes cancel, and another 3 cancels. So we have here 35 equals x plus 27. We're going to minus 27 both sides. And x equals 8. Now you want to go back and do the even problems very carefully and check your answers with a red pen. Go back and check your answers with a red pen.